Well, back again for another week of punishment. Well, the stir plate, for those of you that follow my Facebook page, you will have seen a shot of a vortex in an Erlenmeyer flask. The new magnets arrived and were fitted to the PC fan via the favourite glue of super glue, cyanoacrylate as its trade name is. There's only two things I haven't found that it's good at sticking, and yes, you guessed it, one of them is your skin and the other one is ferrite, because that's what I used to use at work, an industrial one. It ain't no good on plastic. It'll hold them, but you give them a little flick, off they come. I just wanted to check the polarity, because you put two on, obviously a north and a south pole, and they do obviously try and repel one another, so you need to stick one in place first, then the other one once that one's stuck. And I thought, well, I'll just try, make sure I've done the right way around. So I got the other magnets and clonk, put them on top, thought yeah, that's alright, pulled it off and pulled the magnet off as well. Now I'll do a separate video in more detail, but basically now you can see it's hot melt glue surrounding each magnet to hold them in place, just to stop them from disappearing during use. Now I think the strength of the magnets has slowed the motor slightly, not a great deal, but there doesn't seem to be as much variation in the speed control, but it still does the job. What I got for a speed controller is just a little PC speed control fan. You just have a little bit of self-adhesive and stick them inside your PC or out the back of your PC. Why you need to control the speed of a fan inside a PC, I have no idea. But basically it's got a motherboard connector and then just a female that go on your PC fan, so it's just a case of cutting that off and using the red and black wire if you're 12 and the other one for 5 volt I think it is. I'll go into detail once I've done a separate video, but I shall possibly take that out of the plastic case because it will need mounting inside the box, so the little knob is just through a hole in the box. But yeah, fairly easy. The only cost so far is I had to buy some replacement magnets, as mine, as I discussed before, weren't powerful enough, and this was about I think £3 something second hand, but you can buy them for less than a fiver new. Don't pay more than a fiver for them. So yeah, we've just got to house that in the box. Sort out a power supply at the moment. I'm just using a bench power supply. Again, it'll do for my work, but portable power supply you could use, and most people go for an old mobile phone power supply, or if you've got an old cordless phone that's at its day, save the power supply for one of the phone packs. You can use that, but I'll cover it all in a separate video. But yeah, it works, so it's ready to go in a box without any more failures due to magnets and things. I did finally get down to doing some of the shed. Again, I will do the full video as one build episode or a series of episodes when there's more content than just me with a nail gun. Anyway, I'll let you have a quick snippet of that. I'll edit some of it in and the rest I'll save and put in a separate file until I've done the rest of it, which is probably going to take a little while. It's a bit fun today with it being windy and you've got a big piece of timber that wants to go in a direction and do an impression of a kite. Anyway, over to that. Well, day one of the brew shed build. Excuse any wind noise that you might get over the microphone, it's quite blowy today, although it is clear at the minute. We're taking advantage of the short break in sunny weather as opposed to rainy weather. Here we have the shed base. turned upside down. The wood framework is not the best. It's a cheap shed, made cheaply. So we're going to beef it up with some 2x3s. Nailed to the existing framework. Then we'll go from there. Well, why nail when you can use a gun? Well, I thought I'd better do a hop update because these fellas have gone absolutely crazy this year. That's the first pot. I think they're doing better in the pot than they are out in the garden. I'll have a look at that in a minute. We have gone all the way up to here, which means nothing to you. This one's about the same height. This one not so well. I've still got one training up there. Another one to go there. And around there. But these two are at least getting on for 4 feet. 3.5, 4 feet high already. Let's go and have a look at the other ones. These ones need string, and I've got to put some new string up because this isn't going to last for this season. But there's a good 2.5 foot's worth of growth on this one. Yeah, and I threw in the hop update at the end. And they're going great guns at the minute. Well, most of them are. There's the other one in that separate bucket, which is there's a separate root system that goes round the bucket. Is starting to grow a couple of little nodules, if that's the technical word for the shoot. So that could be cut and used as a rhizome, but whether it would survive the trip or break them off, although some more would grow possibly. But if someone wants a rhizome, I'm willing to cut that little section out and put it in a moist self-sealed plastic bag and shove it in a jiffy, or an old Amazon box what a book's coming, a semi-rigid one. If someone wants a rhizome, let me know. Beer time, I reckon. What we got today? A Murphy's Stout from Mr. Rogerson. Once again, we have a good selection from Mr. Ant. Talking of good selections of beer, if you haven't seen my Facebook page, but you won't have seen them. But I did have a hell of a job last was it Wednesday? Thursday. I had to do a job for work, which involved moving a half ton fireproof safe, like a giant gun cabinet, filled full of concrete, about 3-inch thick walls all the way around. The immovable object sat on a sat on a couple of scaffold poles. It's me with some pallets, a van, a winch, and a few straps, and a not very useful assistant. Anyway, 70 minutes later it was in the van and we were journeying back to work. So impressed with my efforts, they let me have 6 beers. Yeah. Which I've already started one of them, which was the Porterhouse Hophead, which is an Irish craft brewery, or if they are craft brewery. They're in Ireland, so they're Irish. A Fordham Brewery, Hell's Lager. Suffolk Brewery, next county to me, Green Jack. Good sized bottle. I think it's a 750, 650 or 750 ml. Somewhere it will say, maybe 700, yeah, 750 millilitre. That's their ESB. I've had the steak before, that was quite nice. And we went across to the German selection and had a Dampfer, a Dampf beer. And we also had these. I don't know whether I should have had it, but £7 a bottle, £7.5 a bottle. I managed to get that one for free. The New Zealand boys will know that brewery, 8 Wire. This is a brown ale, 5.7%. So we had them as well. So we done good score again this week, or last week with the beers. But let's go on to Mr. Hunt's Murphy Stout. Ooh. Yeah, little hiss. Smells like stout. I've even got a Guinness glass. Give it an aggressive pour to get a head on it. Not a lot of red. Oh, it's coming. No, we still have to wait to get a good bit ahead. Anyway, look at that. Don't worry the heart. I'll upset Murphy's. There's some small tight bubbles there and some rocky ones on the top. Like chocolatey aroma. Slight roasts, not a lot, it's more the chocolatey smell. It's not overpowering, but there is a chocolate note. The head's dying back fairly quick. It wasn't highly carved. Pretty dark, I can't see much through there. There's a few streams of bubbles coming up from the glass, but I can just see a little bit dark brown at the bottom where the glass is thinnest, but the rest of it the light doesn't go through at all. It's dense matter. Ooh, roasties. Bit of roasties. Definitely taste the roast. Roast malt. Just dying back now. Nice and smooth. It's a little sort of fruitiness to it. Not cake fruit, more of a citrusy twang on the tongue. Yeah, something there, I can't quite. Citrus is probably the wrong word to describe it, but the little people are dancing over my tongue. What more can I say? It's a stout. There is roast, yeah, I'm getting the chocolate now. Chocolate on the back note, also on the nose. Then the roast dark malts. Then that sort of fruity, spicy tingle on your tongue. Well, if I give her a little shake about, she's coming back up. It's a little bit thin on the body, not quite as mouthy feel, cloying, not stick as some stouts. Not as harsh and bitter as a Guinness clone, which I'm not. I will drink Guinness, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Not the regular one. The foreign export is a far superior brew, I think. And unfortunately, you don't get Murphy's about too much. But yeah, if it was on tap, if I walked into a pub and there was a Guinness and a Murphy's tap, I would choose Murphy's. Unless of course they have an English beer. Then I'll choose the English beer. Anyway, I'm just waffling now. You've seen the shed build start. You've seen the stir plate start and the hops. I haven't really got much else to tell you. Because by the time this goes up, I'll be busy watching the rest of your videos because my internet sagas have not improved. I'm almost dreading doing the upcoming Smash reviews. Well, not dreading, but I shall have to do them straight off the bat, I think, and upload as a private video, and then just, you know, put them as public when each one hits the time to go up, because I done one of Ant's beers, which I think was about a 7-8 minute video, and it was 360 minutes to upload it. And that was on one of the nights when the upload speed's about 20 megabits upload. But the other night when I was trying to watch one of the guys cast, it was so bad. I think I had a time lag of about 30 minutes from what was going on. I think it was Harry's cast in Whitby, whether his internet weren't as good there, but mine was atrocious. When I couldn't even do a speed check because my system was running so slow, it couldn't load the Oakler speed test or the BT one. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about it. Maybe one day we'll get fibre optic. Yeah, it's definitely fruity note. Like currants, but a little bit more sharper. When you get the little orange peel bits in, a little sort of tartness to it as well. Anyway, the longer I waffle, the longer it'll take me to edit, and the day more to upload. So I'm gonna go. Cheerio.